Hello. We are back here with Mr. Nigel again for our second session.
How you doing, Kristen?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. I'm glad to see you again. Just want to go over some of the preliminaries before we start talking. Just want to let you know that as a school counselor, I'm here to listen to what you have to say and guide you to make better choices. And while we are having our discussions, just want to let you know about confidentiality, that everything that we talk about here today will be between you and me, unless there is discussion about you harming yourself, wanting to harm someone else, or someone wanting to harm you. Okay? Just want to make that statement before we get started. All right? So, tell me about your week since the last time that we've talked. How has everything been going?
It's been back and forth. Since we talked last week, I've been dealing with a sickness and all of that, so slowly trying to get over that.
Okay.
And working constantly. But we get paid tomorrow, so I'm happy about that.
Any big plans?
For Valentine's Day?
Well, since you're getting paid tomorrow, any kind of big plans that you have?
No, because I'll be here.
Okay.
But Sunday I'll probably take my girlfriend somewhere since Saturday I'll be working and she knows that, so she was like, it's all right. So Sunday I'll take her wherever, and then we're both basketball fans, so we'll come back and watch the All-Star game.
So that's what you're gonna do on Sunday. Are you gonna take her out and then come back and watch the basketball game? Good. And you're both looking forward to that, I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Saturday I got I ordered like flowers and chocolates to be sent like to her house, so hopefully that'll get there on Saturday and she's there.
Very sweet. You are a sweetheart for doing that, and she is just going to be so surprised, I'm sure.
I hope so. Let's hope it gets there.
I know, because sometimes it can be a big day, right?
For real.
Well, so it sounds like your week so far has been pretty good. I mean, minus the sickness and everything, but it sounds like you've been taking care of yourself, and you're getting paid tomorrow, and you've got plans for the weekend with your girlfriends for the special day, Valentine's Day. So
Absolutely.
That sounds great. Wonderful. So right now, Nigel, I just want to kind of talk a little bit about what is the ideal person that you would like to be?
That's a tough question because even in high school, I would go back and forth on, do I want to do this, do I want to do that? I always loved food. I always loved sports and all that, and writing music, stuff like that.
Right.
But I've had a lot of different family influences saying, you should go to college for business and all that.
Okay.
So I mean, like, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in college for business management. And I think that's the right choice for me. I think I made the right choice for doing that. Doing pretty well. But I think the main reason why I chose that is because I want to work for myself.
Okay.
I don't want to have to always answer to somebody. I want to be the person that people have to answer to. And I feel like that's where I can make the most money and open, even if it's not a restaurant, open something up that I have a passion for, and see where that goes from there.
Of course. I mean, that's a big step. I mean, to want to be your own boss and make your own hours and employ a lot of people. But it sounds like you're making a good choice so far by doing your business and pursuing it that way. So that is wonderful. So now, you say you want to open up your own restaurant perhaps sometime down the future. What is the gap between now and your vision?
Well, the opening up a restaurant mainly is kind of iffy.
Okay.
Just because I kind of want to get out, maybe not necessarily out of the food industry, but take a break from it.
Okay.
Just because I've been in the food industry since I was 15 years old, and kind of realized it's not exactly what I want to do as a profession.
Okay.
But if I had the opportunity to open up a restaurant, I'd take it in a heartbeat. And that way I could have everything that I want to do. My own menu, set up everything how I want it, how I like, to my preference. But when I think about other businesses I would like to open, it's kind of iffy as well. Like I don't know what else I want to do if that makes sense. So I guess right now the restaurant would be the most logical thing to maybe look at opening in the near future. Gap wise, maybe next 8 to 10 years.
It's a good time frame. What about opening up something in terms of writing? I know you said
musically.
Last time we talked,
Well,
it was a passion.
Yeah, I do. I know a few people who have like little like studios in their room or in their basement or whatever. If I ever got a chance to open up my own studio, the restaurant idea is going out the window, just like that.
Okay.
And a lot of people, and I've told that to a lot of people, and they're always surprised because a lot of people that know me, they know that ever since I was in kindergarten, I've always wanted to be a chef and always say,
Right.
I want to cook and all that. But if I told them about the music, they'd be like, "What?" So
They would be kind of surprised that you would go in that direction.
Very, especially since I work in a restaurant. So if I had to choose between music and cooking, I'd probably choose music.
That's wonderful. So I guess we kind of touched on that, why this vision really matters to you and how this goal makes a difference in your life. It sounds like you're really passionate about your music, even though that cooking and possibly opening up a restaurant would also be an idea as well. But it seems like the music is more influential for you. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. And I've been slacking the past 2 or 3 months. I will say that just because with school and working, but I'm really trying to get back onto my music thing and writing and all that, and hopefully learning how to actually like read sheet music.
I remember that was one of the.
I want to get back.
We talked about that last time.
Right.
So, what do you think the strengths that you have right now would help you get to opening your music store or your studio?
I think I have a good work ethic, and I've always been like that. Like even since I was, like a young teenager, I never really, asked my parents for anything. I kind of just went out and did it on my own and tried to get it for myself. Ever since I was 14, since I was able to work, I had a job. My first job was actually a junior camp counselor. So I did that.
Very nice.
I don't know if we talked about this last time. I was a counselor, then I was maintenance, and then that's when I started working in restaurants and all that.
I used to be a counselor as well, a camp counselor.
But now you're a real counselor, so it all goes together. So yeah, strong work ethic. I'm very good with people, which is something which is still kind of new for me because when I was younger, I was never really outspoken and very comfortable. I wasn't really comfortable with public speaking and being in front of people, especially in high school. Like I hated public speaking. I hated it, and I think what really changed that for me, which ties back into the music part, is people will find out that I did write music, and they would be like, "Oh, do this for me right now," and I would just do it.
Right.
And I kind of related it to like PowerPoints or presentations during school. If I have to do it, I have to do it. So there's no need to, be shy or timid or whatever. Even though it's kind of a normal feeling for a lot of people to be shy and timid in front of people, but you just have to do it.
Right.
And then I remember a talent show last year in high school. It was about maybe like 500-600 people. I just did it. I just went out and did it, and it was a great feeling afterwards too, because everybody was like, "Oh, it's crazy!"
So you didn't feel nervous at all. You just.
Oh yeah, of course I felt nervous, especially because the way my act was. I was sitting on a chair similar to this, and the guy introduced me, and the curtain came up or opened, excuse me, and I was sitting there, but how How it was supposed to be was the curtain was supposed to open,
Okay.
and I was sitting there, and as the curtain opened, the music was supposed to start playing like that.
Right.
So as soon as the curtain opened, I would stand up and I would just start going.
Okay.
But as soon as the curtain opened, it was quiet. There was no music at all, and I sat there for a good. It felt like forever, but when I looked back at the video, it was good maybe like 10 seconds. There was no music, so I just sat there, and people were like, "Nigel, Nigel, Nigel," and I just kind of sat there like, "Okay, play the music, play the music, play the music, play the music." So, but like, I wasn't shy though. Like I did it. I just did it, and to this day, I still feel really good about that. It makes me want to go back into my music thing.
I can hear you say how excited
Yeah,
you
it was
are
crazy.
and how nervous you were at first, but how everything
Mhm.
kind of fell into place, and it seemed like all your friends in the audience loved it.
Yeah.
So.
It was good, and I rapped to my girlfriend, like that was the whole
Okay.
thing. So I wrote like a song for her, and she came out, and I like rapped to her, so it was cool.
Sounds very sweet that you would do.
As you can see, I love my girlfriend, so I do a lot of things like for her and all that.
Well, so we talked about a little bit about your strengths. So you're saying that you're people oriented, that you're a little shy, but that you're working on it, and perhaps being involved in the restaurant is kind of bringing out your or putting away your shyness
Right.
away a
Uh-huh.
little bit and bringing out your inner voice.
Okay.
So that's
Yep.
good. But what do you think is the key challenge that you're gonna face by opening your music studio? And what would stand in your way?
I would say maybe the ideas of others.
Okay.
Not necessarily me like really caring about other people's opinions and what they think, but still having that have some type of negative effect on me, if that makes sense. People saying, yeah, you should do this or you should change this, and having it not really be what I envision and what I really want it to be.
How do you think you would work through those situations if you came across them? If you had certain individuals that were not seeing eye to eye with you?
Well, I think in the business standpoint, you should always listen to your clientele and the customers and people who are trying to support you. So I guess you have to decipher whether there are people who really are there for you or people who just want to see you crash and burn and do whatever. So if there are people that really care about you, then you should really take time to listen and see what they have to say and see if it really will have a positive benefit on your company and what you do.
Of course.
But obviously, if it's somebody who just wants to see you crash and burn, you kind of just have to tune them out and just keep moving forward.
Some really good ideas that you have. It sounds like you've already know what you would do if you encountered a situation like that.
Kind of, yeah.
So
Well, I encounter it here sometimes and other places, so I kind of already know how to sort of deal with it.
It's a good tool to have. Very good. So, what workable strategies can you apply?
Workable strategies
to get you to your end goal? I know we're in an 8 to 10 year time frame. So any kind of strategies that will help you get to closer to your goal?
I would probably say just staying focused, like in school and learning as much as I can, like even in and outside of the classroom.
Would you be interested in doing any kind of musical classes so you can read the music?
Absolutely, and like even just watching videos, possibly to just kind of get like a base feeling on how things are read and all that, and then maybe taking a lot or higher end classes to really like get down and dirty with the music, the sheet music and all that.
Of course, it sounds wonderful. Definitely to be able to do all that. It sounds like you are setting a great time frame to make it all happen too, in order to stay focused and take the classes that you need to take. So it sounds like you're getting on the right track.
I'm trying. I've always been told, just stay focused. That's all. I've always been taught that by my parents. Just stay focused and keep doing well.
So how confident would you say that you were able to reach this vision?
Hmm. Confidence. Well, I would say I'm confident in myself and my ability in my music. Um, I would say maybe not as much because um, I haven't done exactly what I want to do like at this point in my life with my music. Um, you
Can
know,
you share what you would like to do?
well, I would at least have some type of music out to the public
Okay.
that people can hear, and I don't really have that. Or besides, what I did in the talent show and what I've done for certain people. Um, but like album or mixtape or stuff on the internet wise, I don't have any of that. And I was hoping by the age of 18, I could do that. Um, but I've also rethink that as well. Hopefully by the end of college, if I still have a passion for it, then I could do something like that. Or after I get my college degree, I can fully focus on the music and like really go strong with it and stuff like that. So it's kind of like back and forth. But I'm fine with it right now. Like I've accepted what I have and haven't done, and I just have to just keep moving forward to what I want to accomplish in the future.
This is such a great attitude, Nigel, that you're not backing down from it, that you're not frustrated that even though you're 18, you don't have anything out yet, that you're saying, well, by the end of college, hopefully I'll have time for that, or once college is all done, then I'll have really the time to focus on it. So it sounds like you're really mentally aware of what you want to do, and that's just wonderful.
Right.
So it sounds like your focus is still pretty good. Very nice.
Thank you.
Just a few follow-up questions. So it sounds like you're pretty committed to making this happen. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you really to making your dream?
I would say right now, at this very moment, maybe a 6.
Maybe a 6.
And
Okay.
that's mainly because I feel like there's more important things that need to be accomplished before I really get into music. Because I feel like being big in the music industry is something. It's almost like making it to the NBA or to the NFL. Like there's slim chances. So you should always have a plan B, plan C, and all that.
Sure.
Maybe like after college, and if I really buckle down and work on my craft, I'd probably give it like a 9.
Okay, so we have a 6 to start, but then after college, a 9. I like that. The two numbers there. After college, you will. I mean, Nigel, so obviously this is not something that we're going to do tomorrow because obviously we're still going to school and you're learning, but it really does sound like you're focused, you're in the right place, you're going to school for business to get all of those aspects really kind of in check, and you're going to go and take music classes to really make your dream of opening your studio happen for you.
Hopefully, yes. I would love to see that happen.
I would love to see that happen for you as well.
You gotta support me though. If I get something now, you gotta support me and go buy it off the shelf.
Sure.
Go buy it off the shelf. Buy it off the shelf.
Sure. I will come and support you, Nigel. All right. So I guess our goal for today is just, I guess we're starting small. I mean, it sounds like you're already doing that already by taking the necessary college classes in order to, develop your business technique, and then maybe in the next semester we'll talk about, or you'll focus on taking the music aspect of it and really kind of getting your craft together. But Nigel, thank you so much for talking to me about your goal today that you want to do in the next 8 to 10 years. I loved listening to your passion. I mean, it's definitely, you're focused, you're passionate about it, so wonderful. And these are great steps to take in order for you to get there. So I hope, how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel
good?
I feel energized now. Like I want to go and write something.
Good.
But, I'm at work. I'm at work though, so I can't do it. So maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe
Okay,
tomorrow.
so maybe for next time, let's work on this. Maybe next time you can bring me in something that you've created, a writing musical piece of some sort. How does that sound?
Okay, it's a deal.
That's a deal,
It's a
right? So next time we meet, we'll listen to what you come up with.
Okay,
All right.
it's fine with me.
All right. Nigel, I'll see you next time.
See you
And
next week,
thanks for
Kristen.
talking.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.